What's up, everybody? Welcome to Observe and Proceed, where I observe, then proceed to react. And today we got a dirt bike chase through LA, so you know it's going to be good. I don't even think he gets away, but it went on pretty long. Went on for like 42 minutes. We'll skim through the good parts. We'll get right into that, see what's up. But first off, I want to thank everyone that's been subbing, everyone that's been liking. I highly appreciate you. And if you could do that for me real quick, I'll appreciate you as well. Anyway, without further ado, let's get right into it.
Through South LA now, this came all the way down from the Northeast Division through downtown, all the way down Figueroa. He was flying all the way down towards the 105 freeway, which is where we find ourselves right now.
Happened around
near
6
Linwood
p.m.
on the south side of the 105 freeway, shooting north as he heads directly into LAX's airspace, which is going to prevent us from following him. You can see him right there, way
Look at the
off
heat
in
wave.
the distance.
It was like 100
right
degrees
around
yesterday.
96th Street there
That's
to give
that
you a
heat
mile
wave.
marker, but he is heading northbound, parallel with the 110 freeway, heading back towards downtown. We're going to try and keep eyes on this crew right here. That is the pursuit package right behind him. He's not going to get very far on that dirt bike, but he has been occasionally running red lights, going the wrong way on surface streets, has not been on the freeway just yet, but he is definitely traveling at very manageable speeds. That is not a...
All right, let's see,
yeah,
let's see.
it's very... They are pointing that camera right... Well, right now they have the advantage of having a artillery of vehicles. He is on a very limited, a vehicle with very limited capabilities. You're right. No spike strip, no pit maneuver. They can't do anything aggressive like that, and they have to treat him with even more care because of the knowledge, the intel.
Oh, he's trying to cut through the alley.
He's armed with a weapon. They have to,
squeeze through
approach
that
this
little
very
alley.
delicately.
Oh, he can't get far, huh?
He squeezed right through there. It's the second time he's done that. By the way, I should also mention earlier on in this pursuit near downtown, there was a suspicion that he tossed something
on the phone,
during the
not
pursuit.
even looking.
I saw something else.
You could hit something, just go flying right here.
In his hand right now, but what he tossed is still up in the air in terms of I don't know what it was.
Real
was
quick.
The actual weapon was.
Ma,
it some
turn
other
on
piece of
to
evidence?
ABC. I'm
We
on the
don't
news.
know, but something was tossed. Not sure if they were able to retrieve it. If it was the gun, obviously that'll make things better, but they don't know that. They have to treat him as if he is still armed. That is the best intel they have.
Is he getting gas?
As he now pulls into this gas station, he will be cornered here momentarily.
He's getting gas with Apple Pay.
He will not have much time to do anything, but he's got several seconds for them to catch up here. So as he
pull that shicey down for the Face ID.
Looks like he's trying to get gas.
Here's the helicopter.
Man, everybody's been getting gas lately.
And
everybody,
that
man.
That little maneuver that he pulled through that alleyway apparently was able to put some distance between him and that unit. But keep in mind, the helicopter
they were
is
actually
right
chasing him,
LAPD's
but he still got away enough
to
get the gas.
I'm a little bit surprised that they haven't been able to triangulate yet, but they
I feel like they fell back right there when he went in the alley.
Second.
Wow, he's taking off with the hose.
Hold the pump.
He forgot to take the pump off, and he took off with it.
Crazy, really quick.
The pay system was not working for him, so he was getting
What
frustrated.
an idiot.
He couldn't get gas in fast
there's the
enough.
cops.
In fact, he couldn't get it in at all.
He got shook.
And I think we need to keep in mind, though, that this is a guy, he's on his cell phone, driving with one hand with no helmet.
So dangerous.
Any kind
Definitely
of
a young
collision
Geiger.
could kill this guy. And, let's be obvious here. He is in an urban terrain on a dirt bike. Maybe that's good for law enforcement because he has to stay on the streets, but if he can get on a trail and find those little nooks and crannies like we saw him, Chris, that's his advantage.
That should be his MO. Go to the forest, go to some trail.
He must be low on
He
gas.
could get away,
There's
like in the
no way
mountains
he would
especially.
take that time to try to gas up.
Well, he got a few gallons.
He's got to
right
be,
there.
and he knows it. I've obviously
Depending how
mentioned
fast
that's
the
why
pump
he's
works.
pulling in. He wouldn't have even done that if he wasn't low on gas. But he's on limited fuel no matter what. The only hope for him is that he can find a spot if he decides to just give up or try and hide out. That would be his best move, but he is not showing any signs of pulling over here, and now they're right on his tail again. So again, as I mentioned earlier, the likelihood of him getting very far from law enforcement is really, really low, and those chances are LA continuing with all the speed bumps, all the
Looked
dips
like
in
they
the
fell
road.
back again.
He's quickly trying to move.
he's going to get very far. Here comes cross traffic at Century Boulevard, right through there. I think he might have had, I'm not even sure if that was a red light or a stop sign, or maybe he had the green light. Either way, he's continuing through Century, now coming up on 101st Street. But as you were saying, Giovanna, I think he is looking for an out here. Why else would he be on his phone? And also,
calling his mom.
You know,
check
that
him out on the news.
agitation that you saw at the gas station is good stopping for any stop signs or.
Have the acceleration, or he
He's
has
still on the
acceleration. He
phone.
just doesn't have the top end speed that these vehicles.
Someone's
have that are
watching the
pursuing him.
broadcast
there
and
he is,
telling him
talking on the
about
phone
what's
with
going
somebody.
on
It's
with
on
the
speaker
chopper,
mode,
what they're talking about,
obviously,
and
and
all
he's
that.
trying to listen and talk. And as Giovanna said, this could be something that he's trying to arrange, or who
No
knows?
hands.
He's really driving.
Not
so
even looking.
recklessly.
He's really lucky
So
he
was on
hasn't
no
got
hands
ran
there
over.
for a second there.
This is dangerous under normal circumstances,
Yes.
but with with a live hot pursuit, the risk here is amplifying by the second. This is why I'm so nervous and really have to wonder if they have any intention.
At least they're
of
still
letting
on
him,
him.
giving him a little bit of
Don't let him get
space.
more gas.
Let him breathe for just a second. They have his location. They know where he is. They've got the airship right overhead. There's dozens of cameras on him at this point. It's just a matter of time. And if they pull back, it might have the effect of calming the situation down. and
No,
maybe
no, he's
slowing
gonna get
him
more
down
gas. Don't pull
without
back.
getting lost. But it doesn't look like they're going to do that. Right now, they are no more than about 40 feet behind him. Airship right overhead as he continues this phone conversation. God only knows
going through his
what
contacts.
the world he is planning here.
It's a big screen.
Obviously, these are his final few moments of freedom. It's just a matter of time before this comes to an end, and we can only hope it comes to a peaceful one.
Well, we
Don't
can
let me
almost
find out
I
he's
know,
on
see
IG
it on
or
his
something.
phone. It looks
Looks like
he's,
the font is pretty big.
he's zipping through multiple
Yeah.
people to call right now. But perhaps they're not pulling off of this pursuit, Chris, because of the gas station incident, knowing that he's low on fuel.
Station. He is dialing buddies up like
Dialing
there's no tomorrow.
Hey, everybody watch me
I
on the
don't know who
news.
in
He's
the world
calling
is
his whole
calling. He's
contact
within
list. That's
inches
crazy.
Of oncoming traffic as he carries on these
has
conversations.
not gone
This is
off
at
the
least
phone.
the second time he is actually talking into the speakerphone like he's on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, trying to figure out who his lifeline is and trying to figure out where he's going to hide this bike. It's unbelievable what we're seeing here. Now he's on the correct side of El Segundo Boulevard, straddling
Showing
the double
off.
yellow line, standing up on the
Definitely
bike,
called all his
really
buddies to
playing
show
a
off
game
on
of
the
cat
news.
and mouse with these law enforcement officers. LAPD is aware of the game. They're in on it now, and now they have real decisions to make because he is making this more and more dangerous.
He ain't
by
even
the
going
second.
fast.
We said it moments ago. It really changed. The entire profile of this pursuit changed at that gas station, and now he is really toying.
Cycle, but who,
He is
who
toying
knows what's
around,
going
though.
on here?
And
But
now we have a little bike handles all together.
and
think he's
trying
about to go
get
off-road
gas
right here.
unsuccessfully. So now we are waiting for him to either run out of gas or perhaps get in an accident because of his recklessness. Chris over
Perhaps
at
get in
Eric
an
7.
accident.
Chris?
That's wild.
Yeah, I can tell you, he is apparently on the phone with one of our
It's a park.
photographers.
What?
Somehow, he has managed to reach ABC7. Or
I knew it. He's
we're going to try and get
Yeah,
more
this
on
is all about the
conversation.
chopper.
He has
He's
reached
actually
out
talking to
us,
the news. That's
and
crazy.
I'm just fielding some text messages here from our photographer Marcel.
Phone in the
Ellison,
mouth.
who flies an Air 7
This dude's
in the morning.
wild.
Right now, he is doing circles in this park. This is Athens Park at
Oh, he's in
Broadway.
Athens Park. That is a
And,
heavily gang-infested
he's
park.
Just doing donuts now in the park. No sign of law enforcement here. He is no longer on the
It's a
phone.
real-life
If you
game of
noticed,
Grand Theft Auto for
before
him.
he got into the park here, he actually slowed down.
As we usually see
a
on these
little bit,
chases.
And now
He found a
he's-
water?
What in the world? He just
What? Did somebody leave?
He got somebody.
Somebody
to put
left fuel
gas
for
in
him.
A
Is that
gallon
fuel?
Container
That ain't
for
fuel.
him and leave it in the park. He just put gas in that bike.
Didn't put
Somebody
much.
was able to drop gas off.
Oh, 'cause
in
the
middle
cops
of the
were
park.
coming.
The cops are
LAPD,
chasing
look at
him.
people running through the park. LAPD in the park. Now
Yeah.
crossing through this major
Oh,
intersection.
man.
That's Broadway and El
Oh, that
Segundo
was great.
Boulevard. People
All right, so
he put-
someone
left
he-
him
he got
gas,
Somebody
Somebody
left
gas
fuel for
in
him.
a
Is that
gallon
Looks like water to me,
container
but
for him
you
and
wouldn't
leave
pour
it in
water in the
park.
tank.
He just
Then
put
the police
gas
pull
in
up
that
right
bike.
there. They're actually
Didn't put
on
much.
Was
foot.
able to
try to jump on him
Oh,
right
the
here.
cops are
LAPD, look at people
That's
running
wild.
through the park. LAPD in the park, now
Yeah.
crossing
I've
through
never
this major
seen that.
intersection. That's Broadway and El Segundo Boulevard. People running for their lives through the park as
Through
he
their
now tries to
for their
flee
lives. That's
LAPD
funny.
after a fresh
I've
gallon of
never
gas
seen that. Wow.
somebody left waiting for him in that park. This is unbelievable.
Wow,
That's crazy.
We've kind of established a lot of precedent lately, Chris, in multiple pursuits, and that's a first.
Been getting a
again.
little bit of gas
Somebody
here and
leaving
there.
fuel in a park, he finds it, but the police came up to him right when he was transferring the fuel into his vehicle, and as a result, he had to drop it quickly.
He's
and
gotta
move
be
on.
from
He
the
got
area
a little bit
then.
in there, but
Yeah,
a lot.
someone
fell
could
on
just
the
come
ground.
out to the park right there with fuel.
Unbelievable what we are seeing. I've never seen anything
This is
like
exactly what I
this.
said. Never seen
In
that.
all of my years of covering pursuits, he just coordinated.
This is
a
an entertaining
drop-off,
pursuit.
Filled up with, or I don't know if he filled up, but put a little bit of gas in that tank that was waiting for him in the middle of the park, and managed to now
He's still
get
on the
back
phone,
on the
though.
road. He's now northbound on Fig. He's northbound on Fig at 129th Street. LAPD back
Through
behind
South
him
LA.
Earlier on.
Interesting.
There you go.
Very interesting.
It does seem like something has been coordinated, unless this is coincidence,
Oh.
and these guys are just trying to find him.
Little
but
He's
motorbikes.
gesturing with his hand.
it does seem like they're
Beggars
all
are riding
comfortable
with
each
him.
other. Like they don't seem to be strangers, but maybe they are, and this is a moment for them. Who knows? But this is
They try to get on the
fascinating.
chase.
And
They
again,
try to get
Chris,
on the TV, man.
new ground that we're
That was
breaking
part
when
of
it
the
comes to
chase,
pursuits in
kinda.
Los Angeles.
Just when you thought you've seen it all, this is really, I mean, it really takes on a new level of concern here. He's continuing to drive recklessly, blowing through major intersections, obviously not in the right frame of mind. Whatever robbery he committed pales in comparison.
So he committed a
to
robbery
what he's
originally,
doing
okay.
now. The consequences are going to be so much worse as he continues on here. Now you see LAPD's airship holding right there. They
Holding
can't
right
go much
there.
further north because they are also approaching LAX's airspace as he now makes a right turn on Imperial Highway, paralleling the 105 freeway. They can continue following him along the 105 just as we will, as we remain on the south side of the 105 freeway.
Chris,
He's now traveling eastbound. Yep.
We're showing him trying to gas up. Watch how quickly this runs right now. Oh,
But he did get some in.
he got some in, yes.
We
But
have
then he
video.
sees a police car approaching, so he has the phone in his mouth, as you can see. He sees a police car approaching, and then he takes off again. See, there's a police car. And so as
There
a
was
result,
really
he
people
couldn't
running for their lives,
transfer
though,
all
right
the
there. That's
gas
crazy.
into his vehicle, and then he takes off recklessly at that. And that is
Let's fast forward a
Not
bit.
breaking any speed records, but the dangerous driving here is not stopping at all. And he is desperate, still desperate to get away, and still thinks he has a chance as he dials anybody he can. I can now confirm for you
He has a lot
that
of
he was
partners.
begging for more bikes to get involved. He's dialing
Hmm.
everybody in his phone. He is literally dialing to talk some sense into it, but he has not been on the... Yeah, traveling northbound Figueroa at 91st Street with a full pursuit the direction that motorcycle was traveling.
Athens Park is a park where he
you got to
It
sometimes
looks like they
downshift
lost
or
him right
upshift
here
in
or
order to get it
something.
into
Airship is circling the vicinity of where the suspect
That
may
heat wave
be,
is nuts.
traversing, but
They're on to something
thick
there,
heat.
so we're thinking that eventually will lead us to this writer because this is restricted airspace.
Oh,
They
that's
can't
what
go
happened.
towards
Restricted
LAX.
airspace by
112
Okay, guys,
and
I'm sorry.
Broadway.
A lot going on in my ear here. David and Giovanna, long story short, a lot of confusion, but the bottom line is he appears to have dumped the bike. He is now running through private property and jumping fences on foot as he tries to find a hiding spot from LAPD. Whether that airship has eyes on him or not, I believe he does, but I don't know. I can't confirm that. But what we do know is he is running through private property.
Pursuits, when they come to an end, these guys are desperate and they'll break into any
He's in this
place
neighborhood.
possible in order to hide from police. So beware of that if you're in that neighborhood, and obviously do not try to help them.
Who's that from? Oh. All right, so
well, we see units on the ground.
if you can,
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead,
yeah,
Chris.
if you can hear me,
There's people.
I'm sorry.
I mean, how is he
don't
not
mean to step over you
inside
guys. There's,
somewhere?
so much in my ear, but
Why
I
would
just
he
want to
go
tell
in
you,
this neighborhood and not
that
be inside?
LAPD does have eyes on him. He is
They have
now
eyes on
hiding
him.
in a trash bin.
Oh my
in one
God.
of
He
these
hid in a
properties,
trash bin.
and that appears to be most likely his final hiding spot. This will probably and
Why
all
go through this
likelihood
neighborhood
turn
if you don't
into
know
something
like
of a
anyone you can
standoff
run inside?
unless he gets out of it peacefully. But he is now hiding in a trash can.
Hiding in a
LAPD
trash
with
bin is
eyes
wild.
on the trash bin or
This is when you
recycling
bring the
bins,
canine out.
something like that.
They found the bike,
And
the
it
canine
appears
get
it's
the
right
scent.
between 111th
Bring the canine
and
out, they got him.
112th. You see more patrol cars in the
Can't let the
frame
canine
here.
do
There
some
is
work, too.
additional backup.
Oh, okay. Here
Now
we go.
on their way out here. Widen out just a little bit, Rob, and see if you see anything on this side of the street. It looks like they do have both sides cornered here. They need to bring in more units to form a solid perimeter just in case he goes running again. But somewhere in this frame, in this group of homes, there is a trash bin, and he appears to be hiding in it.
A little up the street.
Well, that can't last long, that's for sure. And we're getting conflicting reports
right
that
here.
he may or may not have been.
Oh, there he
armed,
is.
May or may not have been.
There he is.
Here
He's
we
not.
go.
He's
That's
still
him.
got his
That's him.
phone.
That's
He's
him.
still talking to
There he is,
somebody.
Chris.
There's
There he
something
is.
on
He
the
is
ground
out
there.
of the bin. There is something on the ground. I see that object. Can't make out what it is quite yet. Robbie zooming in all
like
the
a
way.
slipper or
He has dropped
something.
something on the ground. Still has his phone to his ear. As it appears, LAPD has the suspect at gunpoint along the 200 block of 112th Street. He is going
You don't want to drop the
put
phone.
that
That's his
down,
favorite toy.
And it appears
You could
that
not
he is
let
now
that
willing
go.
to comply with those orders as LAPD takes him into custody momentarily at gunpoint.
Wild.
The entire arrest team at the end of this alley waiting.
If he ran into
with
some
handcuffs.
house, they wouldn't have got him.
Well, coming to a safe conclusion, but this was quite the stressful pursuit to
Like if
watch,
he knew
Chris,
somebody,
and a
that
lot of
is.
firsts that we saw in this one.
Well, what's
Now,
over there? Why are they
do
still pointing the
have
guns
their
over
guns
there?
pointed down there? That tells me he may know somebody in this area, somebody who might have been.
Yeah, but
trying
they
to
didn't
help
let him in
hide.
the house.
He may
How
not
would
have
he know
randomly
somebody?
pulled in here. At least that's a possibility. Because why else would they be now running up here? Look, this is very unusual, as they now approach private property with their guns drawn in the area where he was just hiding out moments ago. Now it really makes you wonder how well
Someone
he knew
else
this
is just
area.
hiding?
He may
Like,
have known this
nah.
area much better than we ever gave him credit for, and that
He
may
would've
be
ran
why
inside.
he eventually found
Or
his
maybe
way
they
back
didn't let him
over here.
inside.
In fact, I mean, just
They wanna be an
just the mere
accomplice.
knowledge that he knew enough or knew somebody close enough to Athens Park to drop that
Definitely knows the whole
that jug
South
of
LA.
gas off tells you, this guy knows a bunch of people. There's a bunch of people in that contact
He
list
does.
that he was dialing.
Yeah,
and
we
I
saw
have
him
a
running
feeling,
through that whole list. He had
this
a lot of
area may
contacts.
very well be near his home base, or at least an area he might have been familiar with. But they are now treating this property as a suspect property where there may be accomplices in or around.
Yep,
the
nobody.
vicinity.
They gave
This is
up.
a bit of speculation on my part, guys, but I'm just kind of deducing from what we're seeing here. This is very unusual with the knowledge that they have the driver. Clearly,
Knew it, a young
that is
Edgar.
him, now in
He
custody.
wrecking havoc out here,
But
man.
they are now scouring this private property right here on 112th Street.
Yeah, Chris. And to your point, I was also wondering if they were looking for anything he might have dropped, anything of evidence, maybe a weapon.
Yeah, and also what we don't know is what else he may have dropped during the course of this pursuit. They may actually have those items. We just don't know what they were, or if they
Looking
were
through
able
the
to retrieve
trash.
them. They're now going through the bins. That appears to be one of the bins.
And
where
it
he was
also could
hiding
be
out. You see
whoever lives here.
officers now
Like, if
going
they
through
find
these
something,
bins.
it could
Their
be, like,
guns
their
are no
stuff.
longer drawn, but this is now a collection of evidence.
Can't really
as
put that
they
on him.
start to really stack up the charges on this fella after just an absolutely.
You see him using his phone.
That we were watching him talk on the phone
Again, the
that way, and nobody in a trash bin. Obviously, they had eyes on him the whole time, and they were able to locate him and get him out. So this thing is coming to a conclusion.
Bunch
And
of
now
small
facing
talk
a
with the
long list of
cops.
charges.
He
Look
will
at them.
be
They're all
facing a long
cracking
list of
jokes.
charges. And that's it for the pursuit. Thank you all for joining us. We're going to, of course, have a big wrap-up of everything that happened in this pursuit tonight at Eyewitness News at 11 o'clock. Thanks for joining us. And Chris, if you're still
They're
there,
talking about the
thank you so much.
chase, running it back.
You got it.
What you run back there for, bro? That was a good one. Yeah, this was a good one. This was a good one. Let's see some comments. Got gas mid chase. That's a regular now. That was content. Crazy pursuit. Right. Like that. That was epic to watch live. I bet. Absolute top tier chase, man. Yeah, this was a great chase. Really great chase. Everyone is agreeing. Anyway, guys, I'm sure we're gonna have more chases like that. They've been happening every day in LA. So keep it locked, like and subscribe. I'll be back. I'm out.